I'm gonna be telling you about these 5 good places to live in here in the city of Mombasa, Kenya. It's your boy Kilits, and join me as we discuss about these places, talking about the advantages of living there. I'm also gonna be categorizing them from the cheapest going all the way to the most expensive one. Starting with our cheapest place, which it's so famous that majority of you guys have ever heard about it. What are we talking about? We're talking about Bamburi Mtambo Fisheries. This is a place which the population has recently grown, in the sense that I can bet that it holds the majority of the people living here in Mombasa. If I'm wrong, correct me. Many people love to live here in Bamburi Mtambo Fisheries because of a lot of things, and I'm gonna be talking about them, starting with rent. You know, rent is the most important thing while looking for a place to live. And the rent in this area is not cheap and it's not expensive, it's just affordable, and many people can afford to live here if you're earning a decent salary. If you're working at the CBD of Mombasa and you're commuting from Bamburi Mtambo Fisheries using public transport or your own car during the rush hour, it can take you more than an hour to arrive there. And if you love entertainment, this is the place to be at, because it holds majority of the nightclubs, and the nightlife in this area is something else. Since we're in Mombasa, it's a walking distance from the place all the way to this famous public beach known as Pirates Beach. Just a few minutes walk, like 10 minutes walk, 20 minutes walk, you're at the beach, you know. That's so good. You don't need any kind of transport to go to the beach. You do have hospitals and malls. We have nearby malls like City Mall and Nyali Center, and also they do have Naivas Bamburis, which it's so advantageous for the people living around the area. Going to our second place, this is a place which I consider like isolated from the others, like it's placed into a corner. Which place are we talking about? We are talking about Kiembeni Estate, which is one of the oldest estates here in Mombasa. This is a good place where if you have family or you want to raise your kids, this is a good place to be at. Why am I saying that? Because the houses here in Kiembeni, they're sort of like bungalows, and you do have your own compound. And also, unlike Bamburi Mtambo Fisheries, you will have a good night's sleep because you don't have nightclubs and anything related to that. Since these are old houses, the rent there is kind of affordable. It's not that expensive, and if you're also earning a decent salary, this is a good place to live at. The only problem of living in Kiembeni Estate is that, as I told you earlier, this place is like placed into a corner, so isolated. So if you're using any kind of public transport, you'll use like 2 matatus, or after lighting the main matatu, you'll use things like motorbike or boda. And for you to have a smooth transaction from one place to the other, if you're living in Kiembeni, it's good for you to have a car. Going to a third place, which majority of young people from Mombasa love to live in. Which place are we talking about? We are talking about Tudo. Tudo is one of the best places to live in here in Mombasa, Kenya. This place is strategically located, and if you really have good money and you really want to spend a lot of money into your rent, you can have beautiful sea view apartments. Tudo is strategically positioned in the sense that you can find all the important things surrounding you, like the best hospitals. If you need government offices, it's a very few minutes drive. People love to live in Chuda because of the accessibility of the stuff. That you're tired, you're coming out from work, you just want to go home, relax, and you don't want a long drive, Chuda is a place to live. And if you're ready to spend, you can go to the beautiful apartments with a sea view. If you don't want to live there, there's also other areas to live in Tudo. So right now, we're going to be talking about the remaining 2 places which I've categorized them as the most expensive places to live in here in Mombasa. I'm going to our 4th place, which is Nyali. Nyali is a famous place. Most of the politicians, celebrities, and rich fellas love to live in this area because of the level of lifestyle it provides. Nyali has different sides separated by the road. One side is to the beach and the other side doesn't have a beach. Let me tell you of something which most of you guys don't know about Nyali. Some years ago, there was a rule which didn't allow any developer to construct tall apartments in this area. They only allowed mansionette, villas, bungalow, or any kind of houses, but Apartments, tall houses, no. But recently, when I was driving around that area, I saw a lot of beautiful, coming, finished apartments. Man, this area has really changed. Nyali is considered to be for the rich, and that's true, because the value of properties in this area, man, it's so expensive. And also, if you want to rent a beautiful apartment, it also doesn't come cheap. You have to spend a lot of money. But all this comes with the advantage of a lot. You're surrounded with quality stuff around you. You have access to malls, good hospitals, and also walking distance to the beach, especially if you're those people who love to go to the beach on a daily basis. And coming to our last place, let's talk about Kizingo. Have you ever heard about a place called Kizingo? I know majority of you guys don't know what I'm talking about. Kizingo is one of the best place to live in. If you know Mama Ngina Waterfront Park, this Kizingo area is located near it, and it's just a walking distance to the park. Living in Kizingo has most of the same advantages like living in Chuda, because both of them are located near the CBD and near government offices. And also in Kizingo, you're gonna find beautiful, tall apartments which you can rent or buy. We've come to the end of the video. It was a very short video which was requested by you guys, and I had to do it. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new to the channel, so that you don't miss our next video. Most of the time we do vlogs, we don't do sit down videos. This was a request from our subscribers, and if you request a video, we're gonna be doing it. Thank you so much for watching till the end. And if you think I left any kind of places which you think is the best place for person to live in Mombasa, leave a comment. Thank you so much, and I'm gonna catch you in my next one. Adios. Kwaheri from the Kenya Coast City, Mombasa. Bye bye. Catch you in my next one.